Good day, everyone. Scooter at Granville Guitars coming to you live once again from the Granville Guitars World Headquarters here in St. Petersburg, Florida. We're looking at part 2 of this restoration on this 1976 Marshall Super Lead amplifier. As you can see, I've done a lot since yesterday. I've done quite a bit of gutting of old stuff, some of which was supposed to be there, some of which was not supposed to be there. We've cleaned off the front panel quite a bit, got rid of some old designators that were on there that needed to be gotten rid of. You can see there's an engraving there that says Full Tilt Studios over the #1 input. Front panel's pretty much as clean as I'm going to make it. I don't want it to look too crazy. We're going to, down here, where the additional hole is next to the JMP right here, that one is going to get filled in with a chassis plug, a metal chassis plug. That's what the owner wanted to do. We spoke about it, and that's what we decided to do. These, of course, will be your power and standby, and everything else will be the same. Let's flip this bad boy around so we can see the rear of it a little better. Well, let's start right here from this angle. You can see we've got original octal tube sockets, or rather 9-pin tube sockets up to here. The V1 socket has been replaced. It's been replaced some time ago, but there that bad boy is. I have cleaned it up, gotten it ready to be reused. Everything looks good with that one, so I'm going to use that. These other 9-pin sockets look good as well, so we're going to continue to use them. Let's see here. Moving along, next 9-pin socket, cleaned and ready to be used. Here's something interesting, and this will tell you that not everyone who does this stuff should do it. If you look closely here at this ground connection, there is an absolutely enormous wad of solder. Let me see if I can do this and focus on it. Right in there. I'm not sure if I'm focusing properly here. There we go. Whoops. Nope, I screwed it up. I'm still learning to use this silly thing, sorry. It's right here. There's a huge blob of solder. It's absolutely enormous. It's way too big. Does it make a good connection? Yeah, there's a solid ground connection there. But that's just bad form. It really is. If you heat up a terminal that hot, particularly a ground terminal to these two here, it's the common. If you heat it up that hot, there's serious debate as to whether that cap is going to be usable, because you've heated it up so hot that you've dribbled this solder down in here. It just belies bad solder technique. This solder joint was done by somebody who didn't heat the work. When you're doing soldering, you need to heat the work with the iron and flow the solder onto the work, not onto the iron. Okay, the iron was hot enough to melt this solder, but this contact point here was not hot enough to receive the solder, so it dripped off to the side in this enormous ball that you see there. Let's see if I can come in tight for a close-up. There you go. That's a better shot right there. What we're talking about is this right in there. It's just huge. So I'll clean that up, obviously. I may go as far as to replace this cap. Haven't decided yet. I'll do some high voltage tests with it and see how it responds, and hopefully we won't have to replace it. If we do, we will. Alright, so moving on down the line here, let's swing the chassis around the rest of the way and get an idea of where I'm at status wise here. This is going to be a shorter video just because I just want to kind of do an in progress look at what's going on here from yesterday. I've cleaned up this entire area that was all Sharpied all over with various designators, and it had, in this area here, there was some double stick tape that was a bear to get off. There's some discoloration here where I'm going to still work on cleaning that a bit. Also at this end here, there was also some other sort of mod that was installed at some point on an auxiliary board. And you can see here where there was more double stick tape to hold it down and some heat prostration over here on the chassis that I was unable to get completely cleaned off. It's right there. Anyways, I did quite a bit of cleaning on this. And again, everything you see here may or may not hang around. I haven't made my final decisions on any of this stuff. I've replaced the two fuse holders here with modern equivalents, really nice ones. The old ones were both messed up in various ways. One of them was not original. These will give us years of service, so I'm going to probably use those. We have the other filter caps up in here, and I haven't decided whether these are staying or not. They're a mod value. They're 220 at 375 volts, which, yeah, I don't know that we want to do that or not. I'm still debating it. At first blush yesterday, I thought I would keep these replaced power tube sockets. I'm not really that nuts about the work there either. Some of it's a little bit dodgy, so those may go away. I'm not just sure yet. So I'm kind of making some decisions as we go. But anyway, this is just a quick progress shot of where we are right now. I've got one jack installed to hold that front panel in place. That's all it's doing right now. So that's it. This is Scooter at Granville Guitars signing off on this part 2. We'll see ya on part 3.